Refreshing stories. My name is Hiroshi, and my IQ exceeds 200, which makes me the perfect person to teach at a high-level cram school. I'm a job hopper, and it's hard for me to stay in one job for a long period of time. But a month ago, I found a great job opportunity. It was at a teaching position at a cram school that I myself had attended when I was a student. Today's meeting went well. I'm so glad. Oof! Ouch! Oh, sorry about that! Been awake for 72 hours straight. Guess I was sleepwalking without realizing it. You need to get some sleep. Being sleep-deprived is not good for your health. Oh, are you the famous teacher Bunta? Yeah, and I know you too! You're Hiroshi! You were my student not so long ago! That famous boy that was so smart that you became a legend at our school! You got an IQ that exceeds 200! You're a genius, you know that? I'm so flattered that you still remember me. It's great to see you again. Are you okay? It seems that you're not getting enough sleep. Yeah, I'm fine. We're dealing with a shortage of teachers right now. What do you do for a living now? I see. That must be tough. I'm a freelancer. I do all sorts of jobs here and there. I see. A freelancer, huh? You just get off from work? Yes. Today I handled the delivery of some equity shares. Oh, you deliver things? Yes, I do. Something like that. Kinda expected that you'd be doing something else. You passed the Certified Public Accountant, Bookkeeping, and Real Estate Broker exam when you were in middle school. So I assumed that you'd be working in one of those fields. Well, it was because of you that I passed all of those exams. You were a great teacher to me. It'd be great if we had someone like you working at our school. Really? Don't mind what I just said to you. You mentioned that there was a shortage of teachers at the school right now. I owe you so much, so it'd be my pleasure to help you out. You sure? That'd be amazing! Of course. Thank you so much. I'm gonna tell the head of the school all about you. So would you mind stopping by at our school tomorrow? Sure thing. The following day. I'm so glad we bumped into each other yesterday. I'm amazed that you knew who I was. I've changed quite a lot from the last time we met. I would never forget the face of one of my favorite teachers. I couldn't tell Bunta that I recognized him right away because of his extraordinary looks. Hiroshi, follow me. Let me show you around. I'm so excited to be able to work with you. Is this school dedicated to memorizing facts? The school's name isn't the same as what I remembered it to be. Yeah, we changed the names. The head of the school wanted to revamp our image. I see. Morning, sir. May we come in?
What is it, little mushroom guy? I'm busy, so make it quick.
Sorry to bother you when you're so busy. I'd like to recommend Hiroshi for one of the teaching positions here. I'd be happy if you consider him to be one of our teachers. Lovely to meet you, sir. I would very much like to be considered for one of the openings here.
He doesn't look intelligent to me. Are you sure that he's capable? Where did you find this guy?
Hiroshi used to study here when he was a student, and he was top of his class. In fact, he's a legendary student. He passed so many difficult exams at such a young age. He's got an IQ of over 200, so he's a genius. Really. He's the right person for the job. He'll definitely be able to help our students raise their academic performances.
He may have been top of his class, but that doesn't make him a good teacher. He doesn't have the charisma to become a star teacher.
You don't need to worry. I have what it takes, sir.
Fine. We're short-staffed. I suppose you could be of help. You're hired.
Thank you so much!
I'm off to a dinner with some executives from the high schools in this area. Little mushroom guy, make sure that everyone gets their work done for the day. I also need you to take care of this by tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir! See you tomorrow! I'm glad that we get to work together. This is a tough working environment, but I'm counting on you, Hiroshi. I'm happy to be able to work with you, Bunta. But the head of the school is... He's the head of our school and the president of the company that handles the management. I see. I didn't have a good impression of the head of the school, Kaneo. Our school was acquired by Kaneo's company 5 years ago. His motto is that if a student memorizes all of their textbooks, they can get a perfect score in all subjects. He also sells his company's products to the students. The products are supposed to help the students memorize facts. It all seems very fishy to me. Besides, memorizing textbooks isn't going to make the students' grades better. I agree, but I can't say no to Kaneo. He's the boss. Can I ask you to teach the history class today? Sure thing. I'm on it. I'd love to teach history to the students. Hello, everyone. I'll be teaching this history class from today. My name is Hiroshi. Nice to meet you, Hiroshi! Please open your textbooks to page 64. We're going to cover the Edo period in Japanese history. Okay, the government created a new law called the Laws for the Military Houses, which prohibited the feudal lords from restoring castles without a permit. Hold on. We're going to stop memorizing our textbooks from today. Memorizing your textbooks is not going to make you smarter. But this is how it's done here. I see. Then Koyama, can you tell me about the Mongol invasions of Japan? You must have memorized that part already. Well, I've heard of it before, but I don't remember. See? Memorizing the facts doesn't help you understand them. This is why I'm proposing a new method of studying. How are we going to do that? I have a question for everyone. Let's assume that you are the rulers of Japan. What would you do as rulers if you were in possession of such power? What would you do to protect your powers from being taken by someone else? If I were the ruler of this country, I'd want to eat lots of delicious food, so I'd ask my people to bring me the best rice, meat, fish that the country has to offer. But that would have a negative impact on the poor farmers, correct? So what happened historically was that people raided the rich people's homes and stores. This is what we call the peasant riot. I see. So in order to prevent such riots from happening, I would introduce something like the firearms and swords control law that we have today. Toyotomi Hideyoshi did precisely that. He introduced the sword hunt. He took away all weapons from the common people and only allowed samurai to carry weapons. That's how he prevented riots from occurring. Wow, you make it so easy to understand! It's interesting to learn history this way, right? But have you ever considered that people with money could hire samurai to take you down as ruler? What would you do then? Well, I'd make sure that one person doesn't become too wealthy and powerful. Not sure how I'd go about it though. I mean, I couldn't steal their money. This is why the Sankin Kotai was conceived during the Edo period. It allowed the ruling government to control the feudal lords so that they wouldn't become too powerful. The feudal lords were gathered in Edo on a regular basis. Why were they gathered in Edo? Good question. In that period, the only method of transportation was foot, so it took the feudal lords days to travel to Edo. And the feudal lords traveled to Edo together in a group, which means what? Oh, I see! They had to use a lot of money to eat and stay places while they traveled! That's right. This prevented the feudal lords from bribing the samurai to overrule the shogun. So that's the Sankin Kotai in a nutshell. Isn't this more fun than just memorizing the facts? Wow, you're a great teacher! This was so much fun! When learning history, it's very important to understand the story behind the facts. You need to think about why each person acted a certain way to understand their motives. Yes, Hiroshi! So this is how I created a small revolution at the school. I completely changed the teaching methods and made it more interactive. At times, I introduced fun games to the class to make learning more interesting for them.
Don't you think that Hiroshi's teaching methods are not in line with the school's management policies?
Well, memorizing textbooks is not an efficient way to learn. I feel bad for the students that are losing sleep over memorizing textbooks. But if one teacher starts ignoring the rules, it could bring down the morale of the entire school. But you understand why I challenged the status quo, don't you? As teachers, don't we have an obligation to make the learning process for the students an interesting one? Take a look at this.
Is this?
Yes, these are the recent test scores of my students. All of my students have better scores than before. I also give each of my students feedback so that they can work on their weaknesses before their next test. I shared my teaching method with the other teachers, and they agreed to make good use of it. It seemed that deep down, the other teachers felt the same way that I did. But there was one unhappy person. It was the head of the school, Kaneo.
Hiroshi! I heard that you changed the curriculum without my approval. How dare you! And you haven't even tried to sell our pillows, the ones that make memorizing easier for the students. What have you been doing all this time? Think about our sales numbers.
I'm sorry, Kaneo, but those dubious pillows are not going to do anything for the students' academic performance. After I changed the way the classes were taught, each student's grades went up substantially. And new students are coming to our school every day and asking if they can enroll here.
Don't act like you're the reason that we have more students. It's the fact that I get our students to fully memorize the textbooks. The students look up to me, and they want to be like me when they grow up.
I don't understand why you see things this way. Are you saying that you've also memorized all the textbooks in their entirety? I'd like to ask you a question about page 64 of the social studies textbook.
Shut up! You're just here to make money for me. Make sure that you get all your students to memorize their textbooks. After that, have them purchase our pillows and supplements.
This school isn't going to get any better with Kaneo as the head. I wonder what I can do. I had to do something about Kaneo. He was bringing down the morale of the teaching staff and students. The day of my winter bonus payment date arrived. I'm so grateful that you joined our school, Hiroshi. Our school's more popular than ever, and each of our students are doing well academically. I'm sure that we'll both get a big bonus this year. I'm happy that you feel this way about me. I really enjoy teaching here. The students are great. I heard that we have a record sales number this year. I'm looking forward to our bonuses.
Good. You're all here. Because of my hard work this year, our school is the top cram school in this area. And since I'm a great boss, I'm giving you all some bonuses.
Kaneo hadn't really done anything. In fact, if it weren't for him, the sales numbers would probably have been even better. I didn't know how he could be so conceited.
Good for nothing, Hiroshi. Here's your bonus.
Thank you. Huh? Is this a joke? My bonus is only 10 yen?
First of all, you ignored the educational policy of my school. And second of all, you didn't make any effort to sell any of our products to the students. You should be happy that you received a bonus at all.
You're horrible.
The same can be said about the rest of you too. So I'm giving the same amount of bonus to you guys as well.
This is so unfair. We all worked really hard.
If you're unhappy with your bonuses, you should come up with a brilliant plan to fire me. But it's not going to be easy because I'm the president of the company.
Kaneo, ain't you being a little harsh?
I have a meeting to attend to, so I'm leaving now. See you guys. Make sure that you get the students to memorize their textbooks. Don't go defying my rules anymore. And don't forget to sell our products to the students either.
I'm sick and tired of working under Kaneo.
Same here. If we can't get him to resign, I think I'm going to start looking for a new job. Wait, don't give up just yet. It won't be good for our students if we all quit at the same time. What are we going to do then? We can't get Kaneo to leave his own company. Actually, there might be a way to get him to resign. How are you going to do that? I came up with a great plan to get rid of Kaneo. The next day...
I wonder why there's a shareholders meeting today. Maybe I'm being rewarded for the recent increase in sales numbers. I'm probably getting a special bonus for all of my efforts. People finally appreciate all the work I've done for the company and school. Good morning, everyone!
Good morning, Kaneo. We've all been waiting for you. Please, take a seat.
What are you doing here, Hiroshi? This isn't the place for someone like you. It's a meeting for executives only. Get out of here!
You're mistaken. I'm the one that called this meeting today.
What the hell are you saying? There's no way that someone in your position can call this meeting. You don't have that kind of authority.
You might be my boss at work, Kaneo, but aren't you being a little rude to me? I'm the biggest shareholder of your company after all.
You're the top shareholder of my company? How is that possible? You're just a part-timer.
Actually, I'm not just a part-timer. I invest in all types of stocks in my spare time, and I'm doing very well and taking in lots of profits. Yesterday, I bought 51% of your company's stocks.
You must be joking. This can't be happening. You're an individual investor? Are you for real?
Yes, I'm an individual investor. That's why I've asked for this special shareholders meeting to be held today. Today, we're going to ask you to resign from the company.
Why do I need to resign? What's going on, Hiroshi? Please, tell me what's happening here.
It's too late to be nice to me, Kaneo. You were selfish and you made money off our poor students. You took the joy of learning away from them by forcing them to memorize their textbooks. You also haven't been taking good care of the teachers. They're overworked and tired. I request that a new president be appointed as the head of this company. All those in favor, please raise your hands.
Wait, please don't do this. I apologize if I was rude to you in the past. Please forgive me and allow me to stay on as the president of the company.
The majority voted in favor of your resignation. You are dismissed as of today. Now please leave.
Hiroshi, I'm so sorry. Please find it in your heart to forgive me.
I'm sorry, but it's too late. The damage has been done. Also, it looks like you didn't keep a record of the sales of the products that you sold to the students. And you took this money and put it in your personal bank account. Please take home the remaining products that are in the storage room. We don't need them here.
Hiroshi, don't do this!
Kaneo was dismissed as the president of the company at the special shareholders meeting. Because he liked to overspend, he didn't have any savings, so he became penniless overnight. He wasn't able to find a new job, and he spent the rest of his life trying to make ends meet. And I became the new president of the company. I continued to teach at the school, but also carried out the management of the company. My intention was to find a candidate for the CEO position so that I could resume being a full-time teacher. In my mind, Bunta was my first candidate. He was smart, funny, and kind. He would be the best person for the job. My name is Hiroshi, and I'm a freshman in high school. Do I seem a little upset to you? It's because I'm about to get back my final exam test papers. It's very daunting for me. Ugh.
Let's see what your grades are.
Stop it!
Oh, damn, you poor thing. Everyone, look at the test scores that Hiroshi got. You guys won't believe it. Even if I add up his test scores across all 6 subjects, his score is lower than 100 points.
Hey, give it back to me!
Let's see here. You got 10 points for math, 16 points for English, 12 points for science, and as for Japanese, you got... I can't get myself to say it out loud. How are you able to answer these high-level questions when you got most of the basic parts incorrect? You're a funny guy, you know that?
The latter, more complex part of the Japanese exam was based on one of my favorite manga comics, which is why I did well, but I couldn't get myself to say that. I didn't want to be ridiculed. I was lucky, okay? Now give me back my tests!
Fine, here you go. Catch!
What are you doing?
Go pick up your tests before someone else sees your scores. We live in completely different worlds. You're poor, and I'm the heir to my father's fortune. I sometimes dream about you groveling.
So, this is my life. Now you know why I'm not such a happy guy. I'm from a single-parent household, and we're struggling to get by. My mom has asthma, and she becomes sick quite often, which makes it difficult for her to work long hours. I try to study as hard as I can so that I can get a good job after I graduate and take care of my mother when I grow up. That's why I ended up at the elite high school. At first, I was elated, but now I'm having a hard time keeping up with the studies and also making friends. And my classmates make fun of the fact that my grades aren't good and that I don't come from a good family. I always have the worst grades in my class, which makes me an easy target for the class bullies. I happen to be sitting next to one of such bullies, and he's having a great time letting everyone else know how stupid I am. His name is Fusei, and his father owns one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in Japan. Fusei also likes to make fun of the fact that I'm poor. I'm always really hurt by his mean words. But I can't be bothered by him because my current big goal for my life is to make my mother happier. I knew that everyone in my class thought I was stupid, but I continued to study hard to achieve my goal. X equals 3y, so...
Hey, Hiroshi, what are you doing?
As you can see, I'm solving the past entrance test problems for the university that I want to get into.
There's no way that you'll be able to pass this level of an exam. It's too hard for you.
Well, I won't know until I try, right?
You're hilarious, you know that? The university that you're trying to apply to is one of the best in the country. There's no way that an idiot like you would get in.
You don't know that. If I continue to study hard like I'm doing now, I might have a chance.
There'd have to be some kind of miracle for you to get in. It's definitely not happening. I'd say you should give up now and try to get into a school that's more on your level. If you can't get in anywhere, I guess all you can do is try to get a lousy job somewhere. If you're really desperate, I can ask my father if he'll hire you. You could be the janitor of the company office building, or better yet, a human mop.
You're not making any sense. A human mop? That's just mean.
Actually, I take that back. Cleaning our building with your dirty body will only make the place more dirty.
You're crazy! That afternoon, I went home after I finished school. Mom, I'm home!
Hiroshi, how was your day? You'll love what we're having for dinner tonight. Sautéed pork and vegetables.
I get to eat meat? What's the special occasion?
Well, I've been feeling well recently, so I took on some extra shifts at work. I'm sorry that I've only been serving you bean sprouts lately. I'm going to work harder so that we can spend a little more on food.
You don't need to do that. I love bean sprouts. And if you work too hard, you'll become sick again.
You're so sweet to me, Hiroshi. Thank you. I see you studying hard every day, and it makes me want to work harder too.
I felt bad that I had to come home hoping to have my mother comfort me about what happened at school today, She already had so much on her plate. I decided not to let what Fusei said to me bother me, and continued to study to get into the university of my choice. I stayed up late every night to get as much studying done as possible, and by the time that I was a senior, my hard work had paid off. My test scores were just as good or sometimes better than Fusei, who always ranked at the top of the class. I was now enjoying school because I was no longer struggling to keep up, but there was one thing that was concerning me.
I aced the exams, although I didn't study at all. At home, all I do is laze around and play video games. I got a perfect score in all subjects. I'm such a genius. Life is too easy.
I didn't believe what Fusei was saying. There was no way that he could have gotten a perfect score on all the tests without studying. It was weird because Fusei's grades started going up as soon as I started doing well in school. That was my recent concern. Fusei was not a straight A student, so how was he keeping his grades up at such a high level? And during class, he would either sleep or play games on his smartphone. During recess, he hung out with his friends. So when was he studying? Even if he was a genius, he'd have to put in a little more effort in school to keep up those superb grades. And there was one more thing that didn't make sense. Fusei would always get a perfect score for any test that was pre-announced, but for tests that were given without notice, he didn't do so well. Or he would leave school early saying that he wasn't feeling well, so that he didn't have to take those tests. And I don't think I was being paranoid. There was something fishy about Fusei's stellar academic records. I didn't have any proof, but I could sense that I was right about this. But I didn't give it much thought because I had to worry about my own studies in order to get into a good university. I had to continue studying hard. Several months passed, and it was the day before my university entrance exam. I was at my high school to attend one final class in preparation for tomorrow's exam. Fusei, what are you doing here?
Hiroshi? Oh, hi! How's it going?
Hey, you're kind of nice to me today. I didn't expect to see you in this class. Thought you'd be relaxing at home or something.
Well, I don't really need to be here, but being the perfectionist that I am, I wanted to come to class in preparation for tomorrow's exam.
I didn't know that you could feel anxious about something.
Well, I'm no god. I'm human after all, and there's no room for failure in my life.
Fusei didn't seem quite like himself. He was usually more arrogant and overconfident. Why the sudden change in character? I wondered what could have happened to change Fusei's personality so drastically. I wasn't sure if concern was what I was feeling, but it threw me off a little to see Fusei acting so differently. During class, when I dropped my eraser on the floor, Fusei was kind enough to pick it up and return to me. He had never done anything nice like that for me before. What was going on? When I thanked him, he even smiled. I finished taking the class and was left with a strange feeling. What could have happened to Fusei? I wondered. Then I saw Fusei in the hallway, and he had a mole under his eye, something I'd never noticed before. Did he usually hide it with makeup? But I could sense that
This is Kawari.
Kawari? So that guy's not Fusei?
Kawari! Where the hell are you now? You better not be at my school! Fusei, how did you figure out that I was at school? I knew it! You need to leave now! You better not have spoken to any of my classmates. If people find out that you've been taking my exams on my behalf, it'd be a huge problem for me.
So this guy Kawari's been pretending to be Fusei and taking Fusei's tests for him. I finally understood why Fusei had been doing so well in school. It made perfect sense. Fusei had never paid attention to class, and he only came to school to socialize with his friends. The only reason why Fusei was able to keep up his grades was because he was getting his doppelganger to take his tests on his behalf. He was cheating. That's why Fusei never felt the necessity to study for any of the exams or tests.
Hurry up and get out of there before anyone figures out what's been going on! If anyone finds out, you're fired! If you want my father to continue employing you so that you can pay for your father's medical expenses, you better do as I say! I hear that your father has an intractable disease. Losing your job now would be pretty inconvenient for you, wouldn't it? I'm counting on you to pass the university entrance exam tomorrow. I think you should go home and get some last-minute studying done.
It was the day of the university entrance exam. Hey, Fusei.
Hey, Hiroshi. It looks like we're applying to the same university. Good luck on the exam.
Yes, thank you. You too. So Fusei was going to make his doppelganger take the actual exam too. How shady of him. I was a little worried about Fusei's doppelganger because he didn't look like he was feeling too well. A few hours later, the math and science exams had finished. It was now time for the English exam. Are you okay? You look really pale.
I'm fine.
I know that you're only taking the test for Fusei, and that you're not actually him.
What do you mean? Sorry, gotta go.
Wait, your real name is Kawari, right?
How do you know that?
Don't worry, I'm not going to tell anyone. I think that you have asthma. You need to get to a hospital before the symptoms get any worse. Let me take you to the first aid room so that someone can take a look at your symptoms to see how bad they are.
I can't do that. Don't worry about me.
Okay, then use this inhaler.
Why do you have an inhaler on you?
My mother has asthma, so I carry this around in case of emergencies. Have you gotten in touch with Fusei yet?
I did, but he won't pick up his phone.
I see. I don't know why you're doing this for Fusei, but I don't think it's right for him to boss you around like this.
You have a point, but there's a reason why I'm doing this for him.
But are you sure that you want him to control your life like this? You're so smart. I'm sure you don't need Fusei's help with whatever you're dealing with. What you're doing is wrong, and if you get caught, you'll get in big trouble.
I know that what I'm doing is wrong, and I obviously don't want to get caught, but I don't know how to get out of my sticky situation.
Why don't you let me help you then? I'm going to ask Fusei to come to the test center now, and you can reveal to everyone what's been going on. We can't let him get away with this.
Okay, if you say so. Thank you, by the way. I wish I'd tried to do the right thing on my own before you came to my rescue. I feel pathetic. I guess I'm too indecisive about things. I'm not gonna let Fusei boss me around anymore!
Good. Let's do this. Fusei, are you alright?
What do you mean?
I was surprised to see you faint during one of the exams. I hope that you're feeling better now.
What?
But it looks like you have the energy to text me back, so I'm glad that you're doing okay. It's such a shame that you solved all the problems of the exam perfectly, yet you fainted before you were able to write your name on the paper. Maybe if you talk to one of the examiners and plead your case, they'll let you write your name.
Shame on Kawari! His stupid asthma! He can't come through for me when I need him to! Damn it!
Looks like he stopped replying to my messages, which probably means he's making his way over here now. A few hours later...
Examiner! I'm back! I'm sorry for what happened earlier. I'm feeling much better now. Let me get back to my exam.
Huh? What's happening? Why are there two of the same person?
This is very strange. Who are you? Fusei's already at his desk over there. What's going on here?
Is that Fusei's twin brother? I didn't know that he had an identical twin.
But the boy that came in just now said that his name was Fusei.
Then who was the student that was taking Fusei's exams for him?
What's Kawari still doing here? I thought that he fainted and went to the hospital! Everyone, may I have your attention, please? I know that I look just like Fusei, but I was hired to take his exams for him. Basically, Fusei wants to cheat his way into a good university. What? I work for Fusei's father's company. My own father is very sick, and I use all the money I earn from work to pay for his hospital fees. Fusei's family knew that I was having a hard time paying for all of the medical bills, so they threatened my job and made me do all their dirty work. Fusei's father told me that I would get fired if I didn't take Fusei's tests for him. I'm being held responsible for Fusei's test scores, but I've had enough! I don't want him or his family to order me around anymore!
So, Fusei, it looks like your plan failed miserably.
Hiroshi, you lied to me!
So you're not that smart after all. The whole time, Kawari was taking your tests for you and getting the good grades. That's why you didn't feel the need to study at all. But now that it's out in the open, you need to own up to what you've done.
Shut up! Shut up! And shut up! I'm the heir of Fusei Group! You know that, don't you? Why do I need to take an exam like everyone else to get into a good university? I'm so special! I deserve special treatment! The university should beg me to attend their school! I'm an heir! I'm so important!
Soon after, Fusei was ostracized for cheating, and he didn't get into any of the universities that he applied to. As for Fusei Group, they became notorious for threatening one of their poor employees and forcing him to take exams on behalf of their son. The group lost credibility and went bankrupt. Kawari left and started a new job before Fusei Group went bankrupt. He works as a researcher for one of the top companies in the world. Kawari and I became good friends after the incident, which took place on the day of my university entrance exam. We would catch up with one another from time to time. Kawari, thank you for helping me with my studies on your day off today. Thanks to you, I'm able to maintain my good grades in university.
I enjoy studying with you. It's refreshing for me. I have some great news. My father's doing much better now, and he's going to come home from the hospital soon.
Wow, that's amazing! Congratulations!
I need to thank you because everything in my life seems to be going much better after I became friends with you. If you hadn't helped me with my situation with Fusei, I might have still been taking his tests for him.
What a terrifying thought. It was nothing. Isn't that over there?
I was supposed to be the heir of Fusei Group. Why is this happening to me? If I knew that this was going to happen to me, I would have taken school more seriously and studied harder.
It's a little too late to realize that, huh? For those of you watching this video, let this be a lesson to be learned. We should never force someone else to take on our responsibilities. Promise me that you won't turn out to be like Fusei. My name is Hiroshi. I'm a businessman, and I go on a lot of business trips. I have a wife named Shino and a daughter named Ichika. Due to my work, I'm currently living away from home in Australia. It's been almost 3 years since I first left Japan to come here. Right now, everyone is in a Christmas mood, while I spend my vacation alone, eating a piece of cake I bought. The only thing that motivates me to move forward is my wife and daughter. Phew, I'm back. Oh, a call. Hello?
Daddy, it's me, Ichika. How are you?
Ichika! I'm doing great! Did something happen over there?
I borrowed Mommy's phone to say thank you for the flowers. I love it.
I'm glad you like it. My daughter Ichika loves flowers and learning about their meanings. That's why I sent her flowers from a local shop. In fact, this brooch I'm wearing was made by Ichika. Whenever I'm sad, I just hold this brooch to calm myself down. As I'm working hard at work, my wife is also working hard. If you know what I mean.
Goodbye.
I'm here!
Hey, Furata, come on in.
I'm in! Huh? What's this flower?
Yeah, just because my daughter loves flowers, my husband keeps sending me these. It honestly just takes up space, and I have to take care of it. I'd rather have him send me more money.
But you are getting enough, right? There's a reason I get to eat free food every day.
Yup, he always gives me money, and I don't even have to deal with him. I landed such a great husband.
You're such a bad girl.
Let's forget about him. I want to get down to business. You didn't come by yesterday.
Such a lonely girl. That's right. It's the usual. A few hours later.
Goodbye, Ichika.
Bye-bye.
Wait, Ichika. Who is that? That's not your father, right?
He's my mom's friend. He always comes by to play. He eats with us too.
I see, a friend.
Yup, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Something tells me he's more than a friend.
La 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 la. Mommy! Tomorrow's video's day with Daddy!
That's right.
Video day?
It's a day to call her dad.
I see.
Ichika's gonna draw Daddy a thank you picture for the flowers!
That's nice. I bet he'll be happy.
So that's why I can't come on some days.
Yeah, my husband keeps insisting on seeing Ichika, so... It's honestly so boring, but if I say no, he'll be suspicious, you know?
I mean, it's still better than being found out.
I won't be able to meet up with you tomorrow. Is that okay?
Wait, when does this call usually end? I'll just come in late tomorrow. I have to work part-time, so I'll have to go home either way.
Really? It usually ends at 7 p.m. You can come anytime after that.
Okay. The next day...
Daddy!
Ichika, how's my good girl doing?
I'm doing great! How about you, Daddy?
I'm doing great too. How's Shino doing?
It could be worse.
I see. Why does Shino look uneasy?
Daddy! Look at this picture I drew for you!
You drew Daddy? I'm so happy! Wait, what? At first glance, there was nothing wrong with Ichika's drawing. But there was one thing that seemed very out of place. We're a family of 3. In a family portrait of 3, there are only 3 people present. However, in Ichika's drawing, there were 4. There were 2 adult couples in the middle with Ichika and a male adult with a flower brooch. I knew immediately that the faraway male was me. Ichika, that drawing...
Time's up! That's it for the video day!
Hey, Shino, wait! I still haven't talked to Ichika yet!
That's enough for today. Bye-bye!
Hey, wait! Shino is definitely up to no good. And that drawing of Ichika's. This incident made me realize Shino might be having an affair behind my back. However, I still didn't have any concrete proof. As for Ichika's drawing, it could have been a mistake on her part. Maybe Ichika was seeing a ghost. At first, I wanted to believe it was just a mistake on Ichika's part. I decided to clear my head and drown myself in work. However, one day, a message? I wonder who it's from.
Sorry for contacting you on such short notice. I'm one of the teachers working at Ichika's preschool. If I'm not mistaken, this is Ichika's father's contact, right?
That would be correct. Did something happen to Ichika?
No, she's fine.
Thank God. Then what happened?
I might be out of line, but could you take a look at this?
What? Oh God.
I noticed something was wrong when I sent Ichika back home. This guy was always with her mother, and he didn't seem like just a friend. I just wanted to ask you if he's your acquaintance of any kind.
This is just my wife cheating on me.
What? How do you know?
I just had a feeling. Thank you so much for telling me this. I can handle this from now on.
Okay.
I knew it! Shino was cheating on me! I'm just glad Ichika wasn't seeing any ghosts. But I can't let this slide. But this is still weak evidence. I need something more concrete. Oh, I know! I decided to call the flower shop that always sent flowers to Ichika on my behalf. In addition to sending flowers, I wanted them to do a little background research. The flower shop agreed on the deal, as I was one of their most loyal customers. I spent the next few days waiting for any new information to come from this whole thing. A few days later, the flower shop staff was able to get all the evidence I needed to find out the truth. My wife was definitely cheating on me. In order to bring justice to my cheating wife, I asked to take a few days off from work. As I was a very hard worker, my boss allowed me to take a long vacation to resolve things. I immediately booked a flight back home. Wait for me, Ichika. Shino, I'm going to bring home the best Christmas present. On Christmas...
Mommy, Daddy sent flowers.
That's nice. What did he send?
He sent me a renderanium. He even sent some for you. This one.
What flower is this?
It's a hydrangea. It means family.
I see. What does your flower mean?
It means you're all I need. I love this flower. I need to plant this.
Are you going to throw it away?
Yeah, I don't need it. It's a hassle trying to keep this thing.
So ironic he sent you a flower that means family. He doesn't know what's going on with his family.
So sad, but this confirms that Hiroshi has no idea what's really going on. I'm so glad he's such an idiot.
Right? Wait, but I remember that flower had a double meaning. Whatever. A few hours later, Ichika's fast asleep.
I guess she's tired from all the partying.
Which means...
It's time for the adults to party.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Wait, what?
Huh? Daddy?
Ichika! Long time no see!
Daddy, why are you back home?
I took some days off work. I came here to surprise you and Mommy.
Yay! Welcome back, Daddy!
Thank you, Ichika. So, where's Mommy?
Mommy? I think she's in her room. She always goes there when her friend is here.
Her room? Oh God. Ichika, can you stay here? I'll go surprise Mommy.
Okay.
Well, Merry Christmas!
What?
Who the hell are you? Santa? I'd love a GameCube for Christmas. What are you talking about? I applaud you for asking such an all-time classic.
Hiroshi, why are you here?
Wait,
He's your husband?
That's right. I'm Shino's husband, not Santa. Although, I did bring you two a present. Here you go.
This is...
Evidence of your affair. Now it's time for you to give me the present in the form of alimony.
No! I'm just a part-time worker!
That's what you get for laying your hands on a married woman. You're going to pay no matter what. And if you want, I can take this whole thing to court.
Court? Please, I was just lonely. You were never here at home. I only love you. There's no way I'd choose this poor worker over you.
That's a little hard.
Shut it!
That doesn't matter. We're getting a divorce and you're paying for it. From now on, only talk to me through a lawyer.
Please, I won't do it again!
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. The flower I sent you has two meanings. One is family, and the other is cheating. Maybe if you had shown any interest in learning what these flowers mean, you could have avoided this whole thing. But that doesn't matter anymore. After the incident, I made the two idiots pay for the alimony. Of course they had no money, so I took this case to court. Although it was a long and arduous journey, I was able to collect my share of the money. I decided to take Ichika to Australia with me. Ichika, are you sure it's okay?
Yup, Mommy was nice to me, but she always talked about the other guy. I was lonely with her too.
I see. My boss told me I could start working from home, so from now on, I'll be with you 24/7. Why don't we go to a park this weekend? There's this great flower park.
Yay!
Although it was painful, I was able to regain happiness with Ichika. My name is Hiroshi, and I work in the sales department at a company that requires me to go on many business trips. My wife, Natsu, also works full-time. We're both working hard and saving up while we can. Once we have enough savings, Natsu plans to stay at home. Natsu's a realist, and for her, marriage is not the goal of a romantic relationship. She thinks that it's more practical for two people to spend the rest of their lives together and support each other financially. Sometimes I get the impression that Natsu is a little frosty, but we got along well, and we rarely fought with one another. One day, Natsu was on the train on her way back home from work. As usual, she was watching her favorite comedian on YouTube.
I'm sorry for being loud. I was just watching a funny video on my phone.
I know what you mean. I always have to stop myself from laughing out loud too, when I'm watching funny videos.
These videos are addictive.
Ooh, I love him too! He's so funny!
He is.
He's one of my favorite comedians. As a child, I loved fairy tales, and so when I watch his videos, he makes me remember the good old days.
I totally understand what you mean. I feel the same way. I would love to continue our conversation, but I need to get off at the next train station.
It was nice talking to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good night.
I didn't even get to ask for her name. She was so fun to talk to and beautiful. She might be the one I'm destined to be with. This romantic guy on the train that Natsu happened to talk to is Koki. He's my friend, and we were classmates in college. We work for the same company, so now we know each other really well. If we see each other at work, we catch up and see how we're both doing. Hey, Hiroshi! What's up, Koki? I think I met the woman that I'm supposed to marry. Who's the lucky girl? I don't know her name yet, but we had a nice conversation on the train yesterday about some funny YouTube videos. We like the same things. So you fell for a complete stranger? Like, love at first sight? I know it sounds crazy, but I really think she's the one for me. When our eyes met, I knew that it was fate. She's not like any other woman that I've met before. What makes her so different? I'm destined to spend the rest of my life with her. I just know it in my heart. What's she like? Well, she's stunning for one, and we like the same content on YouTube. I'm sure that she was also looking for a man like me to marry. I feel like I'm living in a fairy tale. Aren't you being a little dramatic? My heart tells me that she's the one. I'm sure that she's feeling the same way towards me, too. I'm going to take the same train as I did yesterday to see if she'll be on that train tonight as well. If she has feelings for me, too, she'll probably think in the same way. Good luck, Koki. That evening, Koki took the train home as planned. It's nice to see you again.
Why, hello.
I had a feeling that we'd bump into each other again. This must be fate. I feel that our fairy tale will one day be published on YouTube.
What do you mean?
Us meeting is the start of a new journey for us. I fell in love with you the moment that we met. Will you please marry me?
I'm sorry, but I hardly know you.
Well, we have all the time in the world to get to know each other better. I'm not going to give up on this love.
We just happen to think that the same video was funny. That's all. We have nothing in common.
Most great love stories begin with a meeting of two people by chance. This is our destiny, and we should embrace it.
I'm sorry, but I don't feel the same way.
Well, I'll see you again tomorrow. Same place, same time.
There was a weird guy on the train today. He wouldn't leave me alone.
Oh no, that's freaky. Are you alright?
All I want to do is talk, but it was kind of creepy. He suddenly confessed his love for me and asked me to marry him. Isn't that just crazy? He's a complete stranger.
What a weirdo. Well, if you see him again and he starts saying those things to you, we may want to notify the police just to be safe.
For now, I think that I have the situation handled, but I'll let you know if I need your help. Thank you. He didn't seem like a dangerous person, just a little stupid.
Well, I'll come to your rescue if he doesn't leave you alone. He seems like a creep. Hiroshi! I have some good news! I saw her again yesterday, and I feel like I'm a little closer to her than I was before. Good for you, Koki. Do you think she has romantic feelings for you? Yeah, she definitely does. I can tell. We're going to see each other on the train again tonight. If she's on the same train again, that means that she doesn't hate me, right? I guess, but don't get your hopes up too high. I'm sure she'll be in the same place as yesterday. I can see the love for me in her eyes. You're one happy guy. I don't know what Natsu was thinking, but she took the same train as yesterday on her way home from work, and she did the same for the days that followed. It was as if she wanted to see Koki, and as time passed, they actually became close. When I was on my business trips, she would go out with Koki in secret. Yes! Today's date is going well so far! After the movie, I'm going to take her to see the Christmas lights, and then ask her to officially be my girlfriend. The movie was fun, wasn't it?
It was okay. It wasn't as good as I expected it to be, though.
You didn't like the plot?
It was another typical love story. The movie only showed the good sides of being in love. There's much more to an actual relationship. It's not always fun, and it can be messy.
I see.
Why are you so committed to love? Don't you worry that I might not be able to give you what you're looking for?
I just want to enjoy my time with you, that's all. I'm happy when we're together.
Just to let you know, I don't need a boyfriend.
Yes, I figured. I understand. I think. Hiroshi! What's wrong, Koki? Did something bad happen with the girl of your dreams? It kind of did. She says that she doesn't want a boyfriend. Well, if you enjoy spending time with her, do you really need to define the relationship? I do. I want to know what this is. I was going to ask her to be my girlfriend the other day, but now that I know how she feels, I can't. But she is willing to date you, right? Maybe she wants to get to know you better before making it official. Maybe she's waiting for you to make a grand romantic gesture. You have a point. I hadn't thought about that. Be a man. Tell her how you feel about her. Thank you for the advice, Hiroshi. I know what I have to do now. I'm rooting for you. I had no idea that the woman that Koki fell for was my wife, Natsu. That's why I was rooting for their love. Natsu, I can't deny my feelings for you any longer. I promise to make you happy for the rest of your life.
Koki, you don't have to do this. Don't look at me with those loving eyes.
My love for you is real. You don't have to be afraid. I don't want to spend another minute away from you.
Actually, there's something that I need to apologize to you about.
What is it?
I'm actually married.
What?
I'm sorry for lying to you all this time. I knew you were serious about me, which made it difficult for me to tell you. I'm so sorry.
I see. But I love you anyway.
Really?
I have a thing for housewives. Koki!
So you're not mad? Then we can continue to see each other?
Even if you're married, you're still Natsu. Nothing's changed. You're still the love of my life.
Koki, you're still sweet!
It kind of sucked for me, but Koki and Natsu officially started dating from this day forward. Koki came to see me to deliver the good news. Hiroshi! Everything went well, thanks to you! So she said yes to being your girlfriend then? Yup, and I have you to thank for that. Thank you so much. I'm so happy for you. I could so cry happy tears right now. Take good care of your girl. But there is one thing. It turns out that she's married. Do you mean divorced? No, still married. In that case, I can't be happy for you, man. It's just not right. She only told me this yesterday, but it's too late. I'm already in love with her. Are you crazy? You can't have an affair with a married woman. I know that, but I'm kind of hoping that she'll leave her husband for me. You're being completely selfish here. You don't even know what kind of a husband she's married to. For all we know, he could be a really nice guy. We're not in high school, and marriage is a big deal. Do you understand? It's a forbidden love. Okay, so you're not getting the point here. I wanted Koki to wake up and smell the coffee, but I had another business trip to go to. I'm off, Natsu. What do you want me to bring back as a gift?
Anything that you choose for me will be great.
Okay. Natsu saw me off as usual. By evening, I had arrived at the hotel that I was supposed to spend the night in. But just as I was falling asleep, I heard some voices from the room next to mine. Why are you so beautiful?
I'm not sure, but I think that I was born this way because I was destined to fall in love with you.
I knew it! Fate brought us together. Jeez, stupid lovers. Can't they keep it down? It's the middle of the night. The lovers in the next room wouldn't keep it down, so I decided to complain to them in person. Young people these days, they don't have any manners. This hotel is used mainly for business. They should have stayed somewhere more romantic. Knock, knock! Please, open the door!
Yes? Hiroshi, what are you doing here?
What? The person who answered the door was my wife, Natsu! I was in shock!
I'm sorry, we're busy. Please come back another time.
Natsu, I saw you! Open the door! What's going on? Who is it?
My husband is standing in front of our door.
What? How did he find us?
I have no idea. Did he follow us?
This isn't good. What are we gonna do? What do you want, Koki? Now is a really bad time for me. I need your help. It's an emergency. I can't help you. I'm in an emergency myself. You don't understand. My girlfriend's husband followed us to our hotel, and he's standing in front of our door now. He wants us to open the door, and he's really pissed off. Huh? Why do I hear your voice outside my door? I hope that I'm wrong about this. But does your girlfriend happen to be my wife? Natsu? That can't be! No! This can't be happening to me! Koki! How can you do this to me? Natsu? Your husband is Hiroshi?
Do you guys know each other?
We do! In fact, we work for the same company. We even went to the same college. Koki, what you did is unforgivable! Hiroshi, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Had I known, I'd never have gone out with Natsu. This is why I told you not to have an affair. Someone always gets hurt, usually the good guy. Please forgive me.
Hiroshi, I think that this is all a big misunderstanding.
You cheating on me is a misunderstanding, and you had to cheat on me with my friend? How wonderful for me.
We had no idea. We didn't mean to hurt you, Hiroshi.
Well, you do know that you're married to me, right?
I guess I didn't really understand what being married meant.
Are you stupid? Shall we get divorced then?
Wait, do we have to decide now?
I can't deal with you guys anymore.
It was just a fling. It didn't mean anything to me.
I don't think so. Koki's been telling me all about you since the day he met you. You can't make any excuses for what you've done.
Well, if it makes you happy, I'll jump out the hotel window now.
Natsu, wait! I'm coming with you! I won't let you two get away with this. I don't need you to die for your crimes, but I expect some sort of settlement. You better pay up! After I came home from my business trip, the three of us talked things over. Koki borrowed some money and paid me $25,000 for the damages. Then he quit his job and disappeared. I can't believe that Koki got away! That bastard! As for Natsu, she begged for my forgiveness and asked me to take her back. But I got my divorce lawyer to let her know that it was over between us. She agreed to divorce me, and in return, I allowed her to stay at the house until she found a new place to live. After Natsu finished paying the alimony payments to me, she left without saying goodbye. I had no idea where she went. A few years later, I heard a rumor that Koki had gotten married. It seems that he had gotten over Natsu and fallen in love with someone new. My name is Hiroshi. I have a rather impressive set of skills, one of which is being the CEO of a large company. However, no one is perfect in this world. I have really bad luck with a woman. We're getting a divorce.
Sorry, I was just trying to fool around.
Just fooling around? You slept with a guy like every other day.
I'm sorry.
Saying sorry won't change my mind from taking every last penny from you. Why did you even cheat on me in the first place?
That's because I think you'll get angry if I tell you the truth.
Don't worry, I'm already furious at you. Just say it.
It's not your fault. It's just that
Yeah?
you just have that face that makes me want to cheat on you.
What the hell?
I'm sorry.
After my ex-wife left, my daughter Mia asked me to go shopping with her. It was her way to cheer me up after the incident. Mia is the best kid I could have ever asked for. She's such an angel.
Let's go shopping. I love you, Dad. I will never leave you. I'll stay by myself until the end of days.
Did you rap a love song?
My singing will cheer you up.
Thanks.
Although I did have to change some lyrics to fit into the tune. But just like any famous singer, ad-libbing is important.
What are we even talking about? As I was talking with Mia, I suddenly noticed something. In front of us was a worn-down girl and... Mariko! Get a hold of yourself! They're going to get you! A guy that clearly looked like a protagonist of an anime who was trying to help a nerdy girl out.
What's going on? Are they filming a drama?
No idea. But I don't have the capacity to be involved in someone else's problem right now. We should just act like we didn't see anything. I found you! Damn it!
Did you try to run away from us? Taking her with you?
He has a weapon! What are they going to do?
This is bad. You got a problem with me? Shut it, you big idiot! What's going on? Who the hell is this guy?
He's probably Hiroaki's friend.
Get out of my way, or you'll regret it! So what? Can you beat this handsome guy to a pulp? I said move it! This one's fast. Everyone, get them! He can't dodge us all! Now die! Wait, where did he go?
He disappeared.
What the hell? I'm here. How did he get up there? Now take this! I can't stop laughing! My stomach hurts! Just like Star Platinum, I had the speed and power to overpower them all with my tickling. Now they can't stop laughing! I took the girl and left the scene as fast as I could to take her back to my house.
Alright, the girl is taking a shower right now.
Thank you, Mia.
Did Mr. Teriyaki say anything?
Well, he sure did say some things. It seems like we got mixed in something troublesome.
Like between a man and a lady?
The handsome guy I saved back in the parking lot told me the whole story. The lady that was lying down on the streets was Mariko. Apparently, she was the daughter of a wealthy business owner. Teruraki was one of Mariko's childhood friends before her father became famous. And the reason why they were being harassed by the guy was because of Mariko's father. Mariko's father wanted more power and money, so he decided to sell off her daughter's marriage to one of the guys. Apparently, those delinquents were rather rich.
That's basically a political marriage! Mariko's father is the worst!
It was obvious her father only cared about money.
We can't let this happen!
I see. So you decided to run away with Mariko in the hopes of saving her from the forced marriage.
That's why Mariko decided to change up her looks in order to hide from her father and the other guys.
That's right. I got this idea from one of the historical figures I was studying at the time. I'll applaud you for the disguise. I honestly didn't know what they were talking about when the guy said something about a process.
Thank you so much for the shower.
What? Huh?
She's so pretty!
My life is in debt to you two.
I thought I'd seen everything a woman could be, but I knew Mariko's looks were the best of the best. This made me more furious that she was being forced to marry some guy. I knew Teruraki would be right for her, but he didn't have the strength to fight those guys. But that doesn't matter anymore, because this is love at first sight. I will make you the happiest girl, so could you at least consider me too?
Huh? That?
Dad, are you serious? But didn't you just get well, Mariko, are you okay with this?
I guess he did save my life. Maybe I should ask my father first.
That was really sudden.
I thought it was my only chance. She's the prettiest woman I've ever met.
Boys will be boys.
Oh, my dad sent a reply already. He said he'll check your profile.
I'll have a resume ready to go. I can already hear the footsteps of happiness entering my life.
Dad.
Later that day, I was given the approval by Mariko's dad to be one of the candidates for Mariko's bride. I didn't need any money. I just wanted to make Mariko happy. I didn't have any ulterior motives at all. Now that I was in the race, it was time to begin my challenge.
My bride has to be smart and healthy and stand out. That's what my father told me.
Hiroshi, the first test is going to be a quiz triathlon. You have to run a triathlon while solving quiz questions. It's used to test the mental fortitude of the candidates. I see. We have to juggle everything at once. And whoever wins this race is going to be Mariko's bride, right?
Here you go.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I guess I forgot.
What? Why are you being so mean? As for the delinquent group... Kajitani! I found where the guy took Teruaki and Mariko. The guy's name is Hiroshi Ohira. Why were you so late? I'm sorry. You know his address, right? Of course. Hiroshi Ohira. It's payback time. During this time, I was doing my best to train for the quiz triathlon. I'm so tired.
Hiroshi is a good person, but
It's Mariko's voice. She's on the veranda.
I can only love you, Teryaku.
That's the same for me, Mariko. But we can't go against your father. And I know he doesn't seem very fond of my family or me. It was a miracle I was even allowed to participate in the first place. I just have to win.
Nikolai Kajitani Narumdagov is going to be a hard opponent.
I heard he has inhuman strength.
But I don't think I can love him. I just can't imagine myself being with someone other than Teruaki.
I know how you feel. If I can't marry you, I think I'll spend the rest of my life in a cave, isolated from society.
I can already imagine you doing that.
Why did I have to listen? Yo, Nikolai! Who the hell are you? It's me, Hiroshi Ohira. I got this phone number from Mariko's father. I see. Good thing I had some things to tell you, too. Well, I don't care what you have to say. You're going to lose either way. So just give up already. Do you know who you're up against? Yeah, a loser. If you still dare to face me, I'll have to tickle you to death. Come at me! I personally beat you up myself! I'll try to remember, but you're like a cicada's carcass. Irrelevant. I'd advise you to return to Russia, where you can play with your Matryoshka dolls. You will never beat me. If I lose, I'll even kneel on the ground for you. I'm going to make you regret it! I decided to taunt Kajitani as much as I could. This resulted in Kajitani forming his own group just to beat me up. I did do some research on his friends, but soon found out Kajitani was the only opponent that was actually a threat. I just needed to win against Kajitani, so I went back to training hard so I wouldn't lose against him. Hiroshi, do you have a moment? What is it? Trying to spy on me? Hey, I was just kidding. What's going on? If you don't have anything to say, I'm kinda busy right now. Hiroshi, I heard you've been taunting Kajitani relentlessly. That's right. I'm trying to get into his head. It's a common strategy. I don't think that's the only reason. Are you trying to use yourself as bait so I can win the race? What are you talking about? You're so full of yourself. Hiroshi, I don't care about you. To be honest with you, this race is basically between Kajitani and me. I can't let Mariko marry off some guy trying to run away before the race begins. I'm not your friend, I'm your rival. Don't forget that. I decided to ignore Teruaki and begin taunting Kajitani once again. However, this led to a little problem. My taunting was just a little bit of an act that was supposed to spice things up. Kajitani was severe with his tactics. He would hire honey traps and taunt me with expensive meat. Until one day, he went over the line. What? What's going on? Where's my house?
Hey, Dad, welcome back!
What do you mean back? Where's my house? I think... Actually, I'm 100% certain it's Kachitani's fault.
This is over the line! Let's tell Mariko's father what happened so he can disqualify him!
Knowing Kachitani, he probably hired someone to erase any trace of his wrongdoing.
Yeah, I think he's trying to use this incident to distract us from the competition.
But he could have killed us all!
He purposefully picked a time so he doesn't leave any casualties. He's a jerk and an awful guy, but he isn't a killer. Ah!
Well, he sure did succeed with his plan. Look at Dad, he's doing some weird dance out of stress.
This is way overboard. I'm pissed. But tomorrow was the day of the quiz triathlon. We decided to stay at a hotel for the night. That night... I don't think I can sleep well after what happened. I'm surprised Hiroshi can sleep like this. He really is a formidable foe.
Good evening. I knew you'd be awake.
Huh?
My dad sleeps really loud whenever he's stressed. I knew you'd be awake.
I see. Are you here for Hiroshi?
Nope, I'm here to talk to you.
Me?
Tomorrow's the race. Let me tell you something.
What? Is that true?
I'm like 99% sure. Just a daughter's intuition, but it's your decision to believe me or not.
The day of the race. Today's the day we all trained for. To win the right to be Mariko's bride through a race. Just a little side note. The quiz comes through a waterproof earphone, if you were wondering. When a company is bought out, what do you call when the other company has to pay for the debt? Golden parachute! When a baseball player bunts between two players, what is it called? Triangle bunt! As I suspected, the quiz race was between Kachitani and me. All throughout the race, I never forgot to taunt Kachitani to make him angrier. What is another way of saying like cats and dogs? What the hell? The one closest to an elite and the weakest elite. What is another way? Stella and Rikuro. They probably hate each other. What is up with the weird questions? See ya, noob. You! Most of the questions were random questions that were probably made by elementary school kids. However, I used my quick wit to answer all the questions while Kachitani was too dumbfounded to answer. What is something a weak old main character says? Money solves everything! What? How is that wrong? Damn it! I wish I had some chloroform! What the hell kind of older man says that? Please look at this image. Please caption this image. A teacher is eating lunch with bad grit. Staff is in his staff room eating food by himself. I swear to God, how is this a normal quiz? This is just some random— Ow! Finally, you were thinking too hard, Kachitani. You're done for. Damn it! After this race, I'm going to make you pay for everything you did to me and my house. Ah, who is this guy? Damn it! Damn it! After Kachitani was out of the race, I had no one else I had to worry about. That's right. I was going to be the rightful bride to Mariko. Congratulations, Hiroshi! Thank you so much. You were the underdog in this race, but you exceeded my expectations. You have everything I was looking for. You are worthy of being Mari—
Hey, Dad, it's an emergency!
What's wrong, my lovely daughter?
You never officially got divorced from my mom! You're still married!
What? But I swear I signed the paper!
Did you give the paper to the officials?
Oh shoot! I totally forgot! What? So you entered the race while you were still married? I guess so. What an idiotic guy! I can't allow you to marry Mariko! I guess I forgot. So? Well,
you can forget about marrying Mariko. Now get the hell out of my face!
What? Then who will be Mariko's bride?
Well, the rule states if first place is disqualified, the right of marriage goes to second place.
What? Really?
Oopsies. Thus, I appoint Teruaki as Mariko's bride.
Really?
Teruaki! I'm so happy. We can finally be together.
You're right!
The next day, the marriage between Teruaki and Mariko had been scheduled for another time. In the meantime, they decided to come visit us.
I would like to thank you, Mr. Hiroshi.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything.
Not only did you save us, you even allowed us to be married to each other.
Mia told me the night before, if I just put my head up straight, something good will happen.
That's your opinion. I don't know what Mia told you, but none of this was my doing. You were able to marry Mariko because you were able to get second place. It was your tenacity that allowed you to land in second place. I didn't do anything.
We think otherwise.
Let me at least pay for the damage caused to your house. I heard you weren't able to get any evidence that Kajitani did it.
Okay, sure. If you're done talking, can you leave? I'm done with this stupid little race.
I just wanted to say I'm very thankful for everything you've done.
I didn't do it for you two kids.
Huh?
Honestly, I'm embarrassed about how stupid I was. I'm going to stop looking for a bride for a while. There isn't any girl like Mariko out there. I know Mariko will never betray her husband.
I'm so stupid to let go of her!
That night...
Dad, good night.
Nighty-night.
That's so old. Dad is really the best. He went out of his way to take the hate off of Teruaki and used himself as bait. He took all the attacks from Kajitani to make Teruaki receive second place. And if he did win, he knew he would use his previous marriage to sabotage himself into disqualification.
Mia, if Teruaki doesn't get second place, please take the divorce paper to the officials. I'll have one of my friends relay the information to you.
Why don't you let Teruaki win in the first place?
If I lose on purpose, the father will think the race is rigged. That'll only make Teruaki a target after their marriage. In fact, we might both be disqualified. We must do our best.
If Teruaki was in second place, I meant my dad would marry Mariko. I'm so happy Teruaki won in the end. It's not that I hate Mariko, but I didn't want her to take my dad away from me. I wish he would just forget about marrying someone. He's just going to get cheated on. I don't want to see my dad hurt anymore. Dad, I will always be here for you.
Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. And if you have time, please check out our other videos as well. Alright then, see you next time. Bye.